If God did it before, he can do it again. When you wasn't following him, when he wasn't your priority, when you wasn't in his presence, you had all these good things happening and you thought it was him because you were saying, thank you, Lord. That doesn't mean it was him. That was his grace upon you. If he did it before, he can do it again. Right now I'm in the book of Joshua. And everybody know in Joshua, this is when they are crossing into the promised land. They've been in Egypt. They've been in the wilderness 40 years. They didn't see the Red Sea split, manna coming out the sky. All these good things were happening to them when they had left Egypt, when they had left bondage and slavery. But they still wasn't respecting God. They were complaining. They rather had been slaves than had been in relationship with the Lord. If I see a sea divide in half and it becomes dry and I get to walk across and I see water on the side of me, yeah, I might be a little scared, but I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to face forward. And then when I get across and I see the people that had me in bondage and slavery come across and the waters fall on them, I'm believing that God. But there's plenty of times where God do miracles in our life and we still don't have faith in him. So I'd be quiet because, yeah, I'll be quiet because I'm not perfect. Let's start there now. But I'm in the book of Joshua, and in Joshua chapter 4, verse is 23. It says, for the Lord your God dried up the Jordan before you until you had crossed over. The Lord your God did to the Jordan what he had done to the Red Sea. Why is it important? Why is it important that what God did to the Jordan, he did it again? I mean, what God did to the Red Sea, he did it again with the Jordan. Because God had killed off a lot of people that was in the wilderness. The people that saw him split the Red Sea, that didn't have faith, he was like, you know what, y'all not going into the land I promised y'all because y'all don't even have faith in me when I've already shown y'all how good it can get. I've shown y'all a miraculous. Can't nobody do this. Ain't none of these fake guys, these pagan guys doing what I'm doing. So for you to see what I could do for you when I'm making food appear out of the sky for you, and the fact that you have the audacity to say that I'm not good, I'm not faithful, and you don't trust me and you're complaining, you can't make it into the land that I have for you. So I'll give it to your children and their children. I'll give it to the generations after you. But what the generations after them don't understand is they were born in the wilderness. They were born technically in freedom, but still not the promised land. They wasn't born in Egypt in slavery, in bondage, but they were born in a season where all they knew it was honestly the minimum. They knew manna. They didn't know much, but they knew that if they follow God, that they will soon get to where they're going. And they had more faith than their parents. And God was like, since you're the generations after you have more faith in me than you do, I'm going to bless them with the promised land. They didn't see all the wonders that I did, but you have. But because God do stuff before he can do it again, he said, okay, now you younger generation, y'all parents, y'all grandparents, they are gone. Y'all didn't see what I did in the Red Sea, or some of y'all were babies when I split the Red Sea. So I'm going to show you what I did for your ancestors. I'm going to show you what I did for them. That way you can believe. The stories that you heard, I'm going to let you see it with your own eyes so that you know this time when you cross into the promised land that it is for real this time. Because they were only in the wilderness for 40 years because they did not trust what God had in store for them. They did not trust him. They were supposed to cross that Red Sea and then get to the promised land in 40 days, and it took them 40 years. So he's like, let me do what I did last time. So you all can trust me, because if I did it before, I can do it again. And where did you go wrong when I did it before? When God did it before, where did you go wrong at? Why are you back here in this season asking God, why? He's pruning you and he's taking things away, but he's adding things and he's making you sit with him and be quiet and be isolated and be by yourself and be lonely and taking away people, taking away things, taking away jobs, taking away possessions. Why is he doing all this to you now? After he promised you something. A lot of people like myself, I am walking with God because God promised me something. I say, you know what? I've done all these great things without you. Imagine, this is what God said, imagine what you can do with me. So I put all the things that I wanted to do, all the things that I desired to the side, because God knows the desires of my heart. So let me put all these things of my past away and follow you. God's saying if he did it before, he can do it again. But with him, it's better. I split the Red Sea before. There was no faith. There was no trust. God did miraculous things in your life before, and you still didn't have faith in him, didn't trust him. So now he's like, now I think you got it right. Now I trust you. I trust you because now you trust me. We have a relationship now. So now when I do this for you again this time, and I show you this miraculous thing, I know you're going to do well by it. I know you're going to steward it properly. And that's what they did. They crossed the Jordan. And then it goes on to Verse 24, he did this so that all the people of the earth might know that the hand of the Lord is powerful, and so that you might always fear the Lord your God. That you might always fear the Lord your God. That you will always fear him. You have to fear him in those things. Because now, I heard what you can do, but now I'm seeing what you can do. Oh, I know God is real. And everything he tell me to do, I'm going to be obedient in all those things now. Because look what he's done for me when I didn't deserve it. When my ancestors didn't deserve it. My ancestors didn't make it, but I did. So I'm going to change the way I do things to make sure my kids and their kids get what I'm getting right now that my ancestors didn't get a chance to see. If he did it before, he can do it again. If he did it before, he can do it again. We know the Ty Tribbett song. So trust God. Trust God with what he's doing. Trust God with what he's telling you to steward. Trust God with what he's telling you to let go. Because you think he gonna let you let go? Ding, exactly. Because you think he really gonna tell you to let go of something that is good for you? And if you think it's good for you, tell him to let it go. It's not good for you at all. If he did it before, he can do it again. I want you to trust that. The Lord been telling me to do some of these lately, so here I am. All right, love y'all. Bye. That's my word of the day.